Gender roots. None of us are the same. We are all influenced by different cultural experiences, have our own personalities, likes and dislikes. Today, we are going to dive into learning about identity, sex, and love. With the help of Gender Roots, we are going to learn about the acronym called LGBTQIA+. It describes a broad spectrum of differences in anatomical sex, gender identity, gender expression, sexual and romantic attraction. There are many more options to clarify gender and attraction than we may be used to. Anatomical sex. We are more than what is or what isn't between our legs. Anatomical sex is about what chromosomes and hormones one is born with, no matter how we feel on the inside. We can have female genitalia or male genitalia, but we can also be intersex, which means we have some of each or neither. Our chromosomes XX and XY are not solely responsible for the development of our genitalia. We can have an extra chromosome or be missing one. We can produce more or less female and male hormones, also known as estrogen and testosterone. Sometimes we can have a hormone imbalance. All of this influences how our body looks. We are born this way. If one of us feels the inside doesn't physically match the outside, we can talk to a medical professional. They can support us on the journey towards a life and body that matches how we feel. Gender identity. Gender identity is about how we feel on the inside, despite what body we were born in, or how we choose to dress. We can be cisgender, which means that we identify with the body we were born in. If our identity does not match our body, we might be transgender, which could mean that we are part of the broad gender spectrum. For example, one of us might be a transgender person that was born in a male body, but feels like a woman on the inside, or vice versa. Some people identify with traits of both genders. Others do not identify with one or the other. This is often described as being non-binary, gender neutral, agender, or gender fluid. If we haven't figured out yet how we truly feel, we might be questioning, and that is okay. Gender expression. Gender expression is about how we choose to express ourselves. We can express ourselves through clothes, hairstyles, makeup, and how we walk and talk. The spectrum goes from what we understand as society to be hyperfeminine and what we understand to be hypermasculine, and of course, everything in between. Ideally, gender expression should be all about what makes us feel comfortable. This is different for every one of us. Some people like dresses and others prefer pants. However, our gender expression is not always based on how we feel on the inside. Some of us choose to dress according to our mood, our personality, or for our own safety. For some, this might mean that they choose to dress according to society's expectations rather than how they feel on the inside. Sexual and romantic attraction. Sexual attraction is defined by who we are aroused by physically. Looking at a person and realizing we would like to have sex with them is considered a sign for feeling sexual attraction towards that person. Romantic attraction is defined by who we have an emotional connection with. It can be based on appreciation for someone's personality, opinion, or support. Our romantic attraction can match who we find sexually attractive. However, this does not necessarily have to match every time. Learning to listen to this natural feeling helps us figure out who we love, and therefore, what describes us best. Being straight means we are romantically and/or sexually attracted to the opposite gender. Being gay means that we are attracted to the same gender. Gay is most often used by men who feel attracted to men, whereas lesbian is most often used by women who feel attracted to other women. If someone is bi, it usually means that they are attracted to two or more genders. This might be women and men, but might also be any other gender identity on the broad gender spectrum. Pan, on the other hand, means someone can be attracted to any person, no matter their anatomical sex or their gender identity. Sometimes a person is aromantic or asexual, ace for short. Like so many others, being ace is described on a spectrum and ranges from feeling very little to no sexual or romantic attraction at all. Whichever way we feel, it is important to know that we can have deep romantic feelings for someone and want to be in a committed relationship, while at the same time do not feel sexually attracted to them or feel any sexual attraction at all. Everyone has to figure out for themselves who they feel attracted to. As gender roots showed us, others do not define us. We get to define ourselves. Whichever label fits us, or if we don't like to label ourselves at all, in the end, it is about us accepting ourselves for who we are and who we love. Labels are fluid, and we can reevaluate how we feel and label ourselves at any time. Being part or supporting the LGBTQIA+ community doesn't mean we have to fit into one of the letters. We all can be an ally and accept and respect others for expressing who they are and how they feel. We hope this video helped us all to recognize the broad spectrum of our differences and similarities, helping us to understand a little more of what it means to be our authentic selves.